Seven AFL on Instagram put up the tough nuts. There were 12 of them. I'm going to run them down for you.
Yeah.
Campbell Brown, Beau Waters, very tough man from the West Coast Eagles.
Very.
Glenn Archer, of course, we know. Damien Hardwick, we know. Michael Voss, tough. Byron Pickett, amazing. Josh Carr, Mark Rasciuto. Interesting that they're next to each other, given that Roo actually squeezed the life out of him in the car park and Josh Carr's head went purple. But Brad Hodge and then John Worsfold, who used to frighten the crap out of Bill, Joel Selwood and John O'Brien. So very, very tough players, all 12. And then we saw, I like this man, by the way, Pebble. I like Mitch Robinson.
I like him a lot.
He's got a little bit of humour about him.
He has.
He comes out about 24 hours later and said, I'd put most of them on their ass, maybe besides Brown and Archer.
Yeah.
So 2 of the 12 he reckons he might have had to be careful of.
How did he pick Brown and Archer out of there?
Don't know, but that's what he's gone with now.
Which Brown? Jono Brown.
Jono, I imagine, but that might be selling Campbell short. I'm not sure.
Or Nathan.
So we got a very
Nathan wouldn't have been on.
we got a very quick response from a couple.
Who?
Well, Luke Hodge, firstly, who's a former teammate of Mitch Robinson. A challenge accepted.
He would have gone, I'll put you on your back.
That's it. But the one we like was our man, Big Rasciuto.
He was very apparent in his early nature in responding.
Mark Rasciuto, I doubt it, mate, is all he said. Tell us a bit about what Roo brings to the table in this area, please, Brian.
Roo's an interesting concept. I wouldn't have thought easily forgotten in this area, Duck, that he's quite a tough operator.
Strong, very tough, strong.
Tough, capable of benching what?
Tough, hard.
Strong man.
He would have. He was at his peak when I was at the club. He got to his peak.
Just cut it short, Doug.
He would have been benching as much as a key position player, no question.
How much?
160 probably.
And in his young days, a bouncer on the door at one of the pubs there. And,
was he?
Yeah, he's fairly good at it.
He's got tattoos. Yeah. He had a mullet.
He's tough, and he's
got all the things that you want. A country boy.
Yeah.
Riverland.
One not to be forgotten. We were away in the country on this
good Yabbia
Toyota tour, for good country man, and we're up at this very small country hamlet. We'd finished the day's work, and we decided to adjourn to have some dinner in the bar. And it was a small country town, as I mentioned. We finished dinner, and we're in this saloon bar type setup, Billy. You know, the double doors and the old cowboy.
Yeah. Saloon or sloon?
Saloon. And when you come in, both doors go bang. And when you go out, strangely enough, they go bang. And anyway, we're sitting at the bar there, and there were some of the names there were Spud, myself, Adam Simpson was there.
You put yourself number
names.
Jared Roughhead was there, Jordan Lewis was there, Matthew Richardson was there. Quite a lineup of superstars.
All there just for the love of the game, BT.
Roo was there, and we're all enjoying each other's company. And Roo, it was about 8 nights into the tour, and we'd run out of fresh clothing at that stage, and you tend to put anything on. Roo would put this rather multicoloured, colourful, tight-fitting duck-type shirt on. And he went to the bar with that, and Hodge took a look at him. And
the big bull.
You just tell it. Sort of Hodge's eyes have lit up here, and he's gone, "Geez, that's a very ordinary shirt." And and I said, "Well, what you should do is go up and let Roo know that is one of the more ordinary." And so he did, and that was in earshot of Jordan Lewis and Jared Roughhead as well, being his teammates were there. And this was one year they missed the finals, and they went up to him and they told him how ordinary the shirt was. And Roo went, obviously that's a bit of a joke, and I can handle that once up. And as a few beers went by, and we're all along the saloon bar on our stools, and the doors are flapping in the wind, bit of tumbleweed rolling down the main street. You get the drift. And Hodge went again, because Hodge had starting to load up at this stage.
Right,
Dutch courage,
little tiddly,
Dutch courage,
double Dutch courage. I would say, holy moly style. When it comes down, you'll see the double Dutch. Anyway, he went again. And at this stage, Roo's he didn't stand up, but he was stern.
The sense of humour went out of him.
You could sense from his eyeballs rolling that it was time to step back. But Hodge didn't click onto his eyeballs rolling. No. So a third time, and at this stage, sensing that there was an issue, Roughhead and Lewis had moved either side to clamp clamp Rashudo in case
Yes.
things got out of hand.
Yes.
And he went again. And so Hodges stood up at this, Roos stood up at this stage, and he's gone, that'll be enough, no more. I've just about lost patience with you. 3 or 4 more later, and the owner is saying, it's time to leave, gentlemen. And we're saying, no, a couple more. And he went again. And at this stage, all I've looked around to see was Rashudo with Hodge in a neck brace. The thumb to the figure, a neck hold. And it was strangely enough, Hodge's feet weren't on the ground. And he's sort of marching toward, and he's gone through the double doors. Out on a tumbleweed went past. Hodge has still got him in a neck elevated hold.
Roos
got him.
Yep.
Down the 3 steps out onto the sort of uncovered road.
Yes.
It was just a dusty road.
Cowboys.
And as proceeded to plant him out the front there on the middle of the main road, with Lewis and Roughhead running to his aid, realising that they'd stumbled on one of man's Goliaths in Mark Rashudo, and they decided they would back off and not be involved. Let Hodge fend for himself. And it's fair to say Hodge didn't fend for himself all that well.
Really?
And then they got their horse and they rode off into the sunset.
This story led back to me, and I absolutely loved it. The words I heard, Duck, was that Hodgie looked like a Labrador on his back. That such was the slapping that he got from Big Rashoot. And the other 2 Hawthorn boys, as Bristol said, disappeared. But our great mate Spud decided he was going to wade in at one stage, and apparently Roo turned him and said, "You better shut up or you're next." And Spud disappeared. Big rough, tough
Spud was like a drooling, dripping dog.
Who is the strongest man in our day?
Strongest
Footballer.
man. And I'm
Strongest footballer.
Not just because
Just
he was
quickly.
a teammate. Mick Martin was the strongest that I know of.
What did he bench press?
Bench press 200 kilos.
200.
200. Now,
That's
I know
a lot.
there's a lot of guys, well, not a lot of guys. There's a few, I believe Fraser Garrick was around the 170. They say Reece Stanley at Geelong now can do 175, believe it or not. But Mick Martin,
200.
and I went to the man himself about a week ago, Bill, because it came up on Twitter, and I thought, I'm just going to ask Mick.
What
And
did he say?
I rang him, and he said, 200. And I said, what?
I said, what?
And of course,
I said, what? He goes, yeah, 200. He goes, 3 reps.
And of course, Duck only talks
Not your
about,
fault, Mick.
Duck only talks about the era that he played in because he thinks that's the only era football was played.
What about yours, Brian?
But of course, it's been played for 100 years, Bill.
Well,
our
okay,
game.
well, who benched
130.
that?
And I am sure there would have been many, many players
200.
before the
200.
couple of weaklings that you've just mentioned.
200.
That there would have been many others that could bench similar type.
Not 200.
What really annoys me about you is you talk like it's the only era.
No, I don't.
My era.
No, I don't.
The Wayne Carey
I'm
era.
talking about
the Wayne Carey
Mick Martin being
Wayne
the
Carey
strongest
decade.
player, 200.
Mate, footy's been played for 120 years.
200 kilos.
Lots of them.
That's nearly your weight, BT.
No, that's 2 of me.
We are getting to a break.
That's one of you, Brian.
It's one of your ankles.
One of your legs.
Come
One of
on,
your
Brian.
calf muscles.
Hey, that was very nice helping. Bill, you faded at the end.
Well, I've done a lot early. I went hard early.
And then the last half hour, you really didn't contribute a thing.
I'd done enough. I'd kicked 7 or 8.
In fact, I can't believe you're still here.
Hey, just quickly,
Hey,
what about one of the games on during the week on Fox? The Saints v the Cats in an elimination final.
Yes,
And-
Duck.
At one end, Plugger kicks 9 or 10.
And?
Billy kicks 7 at the other end.
no chance. No chance you kicked 8.
It was me and Plugger just going head to head.
It was great.
Very nice to see everyone. Look forward to seeing you next Saturday, Brian.
Yeah, goodbye.
Just drifting back. Damo, always
Jim.
great to see you.
See you,
Pat, I'll
spaghetti.
see you on Monday.
Yeah,
can't wait.
CJ, buddy.
Duck, well done. Lance Armstrong will be on next week's show. We look forward to chatting to him.